Did you spend a lot of time reconciling that account and still cannot find the difference? If so, watch this. Hi, I'm Steph. Welcome to the channel. Reconciling an account is hard in and of itself, but there may be times where a business owner may have a credit card that they use, which is the main account, and they would allow their employees to have separate cards that they use for purchasing throughout their daily workday. They might need to buy supplies or materials for that business, and the business owner needs to keep track of said purchases. So what the business owner would do, or their accountant or their bookkeeper, what they would do at the end of the month or the end of that statement cycle, they would get the statement and reconcile that account. Oftentimes that statement will have the main account on it with the sub-accounts to track the transactions that the employees have made within their workday. So the statement would look something like this. This is not real data. It's a sample statement that we have here. And the sample company that we are doing the demo with is like Craig Landscaping. And if you look on the statement, you'll have it just like a regular statement. It has like the opening balance, the debits, credits, and the ending balance, the date of the transactions, and what was purchased for the main account. Now, if you look to the middle of the statement, it has sub credit card number 1. That's to indicate that employee, normally the employee's name is underneath it or next to the accounting 4 digits of the last accounting number for that card. It would be on the statement listed like this, and it would show what that employee purchases, just like this one, sub credit card number 2. So we know that this main account has 2 separate credit cards that are being used by 2 employees for this business. And this is important because when you have to reconcile the main account, you have to reconcile the sub accounts, sub credit card number 1 and sub credit card number 2. You have to reconcile those because those balances roll up into the parent account in order to reconcile this main account for that statement period. So I'm going to show you guys right now. In order for it to reconcile properly, you have to set it up. Now, if you had a new credit card that you had with these type of sub accounts in it, you would need to set it up in your chart of accounts. Normally, the bank institution would sync that credit card with QuickBooks Online, and then it would appear in the bank feed. But sometimes some people have issues with the bank syncing with QuickBooks. So just because you have an issue, it doesn't mean that you have to wait on the bank. I'm going to show you today how you can manually put it in and still be able to track those things as well as what the employees purchase, and then you don't have to worry about waiting for the bank. So the first thing you would do is go into your QuickBooks. Now we're going off the scenario of if you have trouble syncing this specific account into QuickBooks. This is the manual way of how you can keep track of it until the bank fixes that issue. So you would go into your chart of accounts, and then you would go to the right and click new account. It's just like setting up a normal credit card account, but we're going to add sub accounts to it. So let's say this account name would be new credit card account, right? It is a credit card, which we're going to select that. And then we can click save now so that it could be in our chart of accounts. And then we're going to go down to here and we see new credit card account, and it says VAL because that account is going to appear on the balance sheet. Now we can go in to new account again, and now we're going to create our sub accounts because we need the sub accounts created so that we can track the different purchases that the employees made with this main account. So what we're going to do is we're going to name the sub account, which is, let's just say sub number 1 for credit card account, right? This is a credit card, and we're going to make it a sub account. And when you select this, make this a sub account, it's asking you, what do you want this account to appear under? So the main account that we had just created is the new credit card account. So we're going to select that one, and then it'll show you what we're doing down here. So the main account is the new credit card account, and the sub number 1 for a credit card account is the one we're creating to identify what employee 1 is purchasing throughout the time that they have the card. and we're going to click save. Want to lock parent account, new credit card. So this is optional. It says in general, it's good practices to keep parent accounts empty and put transactions in sub-accounts. Locking the parent account prevents accidental posting. We're going to say no, and we're going to just keep this account as the parent and this one as the sub. We're going to go back up to the new account, and we're going to create another sub account for the second employee. So we're going to name that one sub number 2. You don't have to name it like this. I'm just keeping it simple so that we can kind of follow along and show what each employee account specifies, which transactions that it has in it. Okay, we're going to select the account type, which is a credit card, and we're going to make this a sub account of our parent account, which says it here, which is the new credit card account. And it's showing us exactly how it's going to be a setup in the chart of accounts. You have your parent account and the 2 sub accounts. The parent account is the new credit card account, and then sometimes you'll hear people say, and the child account to go with that new parent account. So sometimes they call it sub accounts or child accounts. And we're going to click save, and it should be set up in our chart of accounts. So now this is set up correctly. That's very, very important, but we need to know how to go about reconciling these accounts. The process is very important. We're going to go to accounting and then click reconcile. Get started. Let's reconcile. So we're going to go to the account that we just set up, which is the new credit card account. And if you see here, it's the same as the chart of accounts. It has it set up. We're going to click the new account. This new account, new credit card account, is the parent account. And when we do the process of reconciling the subs and running that balance up to the parent account, we reconcile the subs first. What we would do is get the statement, see what transactions are on the statement, and identify what transactions are in the register for the sub accounts. And then we would just reconcile those sub accounts to 0. I'm going to do that in a later video. This video is part 1 to show you how to correctly set up the sub accounts and the parent account in the chart of accounts. The next video, we're going to go into the process of what to look at for the statement, where the balances are, and how to reconcile the sub accounts first, and then reconcile the parent account so that the sub account could be reconciled to 0, and then the parent account will be reconciled to that balance that you have on that parent account statement. So it's really important that you reconcile those sub accounts, because if the balance is hanging out there for the sub accounts, then the parent account won't be able to reconcile to its true balance, because the sub accounts, like I said, has to roll up into the parent account in order for it to balance correctly. And you want it to balance correctly because, like I said before, these accounts appear on your balance sheet, and the balance sheet is what shows where your business at that specific time that you are running that report. If this video has helped you, please like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and comment in the comments below if you feel that you've had trouble with reconcile subs or not, or if you have some tips, throw them in the comments. Thanks for watching. Be blessed.